What fact did you find most interesting about like death? Like if I was to sort of describe it as when you're talking about life after death, what is it that interests you most about this topic?
Well, I feel like that's, you know, when in the previous episodes when we were talking about different theories, and I asked you, what would you like to, if you could know the absolute truth of something, what would you ask? So I think life after death would be one of those questions that, because no one knows. You, again, the guy that you saw on the podcast, yeah, maybe he knows, but where is the evidence? He's the only one person who knows. Like, it can't be that way, right? So it's something that you have no idea what's going to happen. Is it going to feel like you're sleeping? Is it going to feel just pitch black and it feels like you don't feel anything, right? You just you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning, so that's the same way, but you just don't wake up. Or is it going to feel like I remember I was speaking with Charlie, and he said, talking about simulation theory, he said, imagine if all of this is simulation, and at the end, like when you die, they take a helmet from the top of your head and they say, how was it? And then you realize that all of this was just a game or whatever. That, I remember, that blew my mind, because at the same time I remembered, have you seen Matrix?
Yeah, I love that
And
movie.
the first movie, the first part that came out, there was this part where Neo woke up in this bath, and he realized that they are connected to all of these cables, and this AI were flying around, and he realized that all of this was just imagination. And I remember when I saw that one, I was like, no fucking way, because that completely blew my mind.
Yeah.
I think that movie is so good.
It's kind of like what's happening now, right? Like if you look at AI and you're sort of asking AI if it's in awareness of itself, which it is. So therefore it knows it's in a simulation, that it's what it's experiencing is not fundamentally real. We're already creating that, or on the touch points of creating that. So who's to say that we aren't in that? Which I find fascinating. Who's to say that we're not an advanced race? Civilization has created a simulation so real. Like if you look at a game and how real it is.
That's another thing I wanted to touch.
Yeah.
When you look at Engine 5, it's like you're watching a movie, and it's literally a beginning of it.
Yeah.
So think about 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years, what's going to happen. It's crazy. Like you just can't even imagine how real it's going to become. And as you said, with all the AI and virtual reality, it's just getting fascinating but scary at the same time, because then you start to realize, well, maybe all of this is just an illusion, man.